He was able to obtain mystic powers, therefore he wasn't even afraid of the sages. Only 3 entities in this universe he was afraid of. Lord Brahma, of course Brahma, he saw that Brahma was more powerful than him. Even after all his austerities, still he had to beg Brahma for something. And then of course Lord Shiva, he could see Lord Shiva and Vishnu. He was afraid of them, their power. He knew their power was greater than his. But everyone else in the whole universe, even the sages, even Narada Rishi, Narad Muni, we'll see. Maybe in the next verse it's mentioned. Even Narad Muni was bowing down to him. So, even the devotees sometimes, when the demons are so great, even the devotees are in difficulty. Krishna comes, Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha duskritam, to destroy these duskriti and protect the devotees. So Hiranyakashipu, he was so bad, something had to be done. Something violent had to be done. In our Krishna consciousness, our philosophy, in our books, there's a lot of violence. Some people who just want shanti, they don't like that so much necessarily. Why is there so much violence? Bhagavad Gita is on the battlefield. Krishna is always killing people. And we have so many metaphors also. We have violent metaphors. We talk about fighting the war against Maya, smashing this or that, or destroying our false ego. Fighting, this is a war against the Prabhupada says. When one has to execute one's duties as if in a military discipline. So these are not very politically correct these days, these kinds of things. People who are marching for peace, they may not like to hear these kinds of metaphors. Why are you fighting so much? Why is all this violent symbology that you have in your books and so on, in your philosophy? We only want shanti, peace. That's we want, peace. But what was Prabhupada's famous? There will be no peace. You can write it in your notebook. When that yogi came, who was organizing a world peace conference and wanted Prabhupada to come. Sometimes Prabhupada he surprises us, doesn't he? Some of the things that he does. Someone would think, yes, he's a very spiritual man, and so this person is coming. Swamiji, we know that you're religious and spiritual, so come to our peace conference. We're promoting peace. So Prabhupada said, there will be no peace. Write it down in your notebook. Because the sad fact is, that's the nature of the material world. This is a violent place. Why do we have these violent metaphors? Because this is a violent place we live in. We try to ignore it. Just like here, actually it's interesting, it seems like the ladies are walking around having a good time. They're smiling and beautiful and showing their teeth. But then it says the demigods are severely being punished by Hiranyakashipu. So we also want to live in La La Land and pretend everything is very nice. But there's death everywhere. That's the nature of this material world. There's death everywhere. Just like here, we see the heavenly planets. Oh, it's so beautiful, looks so nice. But then there's terror going on. So that's going on everywhere. We see a beautiful scene, nice natural scenery. I know myself, I'm very attracted to that. I love to see beautiful natural scenery. But what's going on there? Some living entity is eating another living entity. Jivo jivasya jivanam. That's the nature of the material world. It goes on constantly. They're constantly in fear. Especially in the animal world, we see it, how fearful they are. I have a bird feeder behind my house, so the birds come and I watch them. But they're so spooked. They're everything. They're so jumpy. They're always so afraid. They go there for a second and their head's moving back and forth. And they're trying to eat a little something in a few seconds they have. And as soon as there's a little noise or another bird, a bigger bird comes and they fly away. We think, oh, it's so nice. They have these wings. They can fly. Wouldn't it be nice to fly? I always think it'd be nice to fly. But they have to fly. That's why they have those wings, because they have to get out of there quick. The world is such a dangerous place for them. That's every species, they have some kind of defense. The porcupine has his quills, so he bulks up and nothing can touch him. And the skunk sprays. And the birds, just get out of there. That's the first thing you learn in self-defense. I had some self-defense in the military. So the very first thing they teach you is avoid it. If you can get out of there, then get out of there. Don't pretend you're some tough guy. All right, come on. No, they say get out of there. So this is the bird's defense. Speed, just flight, just take flight, get out of there. And it looks so nice, of course, so beautiful. But what is it? It looks beautiful, but it's actually a defense mechanism. To be able to fly away. So that's the way it is. It is a war against the material energy. Things are happening to us. The world is so violent that unless we're constantly protecting ourselves, we'll die. One way we protect ourselves is by feeding this body. I always think about this, how we're in such a precarious position. It's not that we can just stop doing things. We constantly have to protect ourselves. We have to protect ourselves by fortifying, we say. Give food that fortifies you. Fortify with 17 vitamins advertised. So what do you fortifying means fort. Defending. You fortify your body. You have to put the defenses in your body so that you don't die. And of course, not only just any food, but you have to eat the right foods. Otherwise, disease will get you. What to speak of just dying of starvation if you don't eat the right thing, then you die of some disease. You get sick all the time. So we're always on the defensive. So no wonder we talk about it as a war. It's a battle that goes on. But of course we have other metaphors too. We know that Krishna's on our side. What is that shloka? Jayastu Pandu Putranam Yesham Pakshe Janardana. Yes. Victory is always on the side of the Pandavas. Jayastu Pandu Putranam Desham Pakshe Janardana. Because Pakshe means they're being protected, but literally Pakshe is related to the word for bird. Pakshe, which means under the wing. Always under the wing of Janardana. So, where's the safety? We see that the children of every species, they go to the parent for protection. The little bird hides under the wing. The kangaroo hides in the pouch. When there's danger, maybe he's sticking his head out looking around, but when danger comes, he hides. So we are protected by Krishna. Another dangerous metaphor that we have, this world is compared to an ocean. So an ocean, Prabhupada said himself, he said, I have experience of this. When you're out on the ocean, then you're never very comfortable. You know how Prabhupada gets so sick, so tossing here and there constantly. You get seasick. And there's always danger, you never know. The boat may sink. Even the Titanic was supposed to be unsinkable. It sank. So on the ocean, and then storms can come, horrific storms. So the material world is compared to that, Bhavasagara. But then we have nice Samashritaye Padapalavaplavam Mahatpadam Punyasho Murare Ubambudir Vatsapadam Padam Padam Param Padam Yadvipadam Natesham. This world is Padam Padam Yadvipadam. Every step we take, Padam Padam. Nice poetry in this shloka. Padam Padam Yadvipadam. Dvipadam means danger. Danger at every step. But in this world where there's danger in every step, or Mahatpadam, which is the material world is called Mahatpadam, the great position, the great place of the Lord where there's suffering, then we have Krishna's lotus feet, which are like a boat to carry us across that ocean. Natesham, this verse ends. Samashritaye, those who Samashrita take full shelter of the lotus feet of Murari, Natesham. This suffering, where there's the place where there's danger at every step, they're free from that.